All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over the proof, but let's do some of this out loud so you remember. Perpendicular bisector cuts the sides in half, okay, so that they're equal distance from each other, and it's 90 degrees. It does not necessarily go through the vertices, okay, points of the triangle. Angle bisector cuts the angles in half, okay, and it goes through the opposite sides. Mid-segment of a triangle, it connects midpoints together. The intercenter is the point of congruency for the angle bisectors. The circumcenter is the point of congruency for the perpendicular bisectors. Circumcenters are special because they are equal distance to the vertices. It's number 7 should not be define a perpendicular bisector. It should be define medians.
Got it.
And medians cut the sides in half, and they go through the vertices, but they're not necessarily perpendicular.
So what are we doing for 7?
Yeah, cross that out and write medians. And then altitudes are perpendicular, and they cut the sides in half. Yes, ma'am. The circumcenter is the point of congruency for angle bisectors. Okay, let's go over this lovely proof.
Okay, so is this proof basically the same one that was in the notes? It's just. Alright, so wait, what's number 4 again?
Number 4, the intercenter is the point of congruency for angle bisectors. Okay, so our proof. We know that GM is the perpendicular bisector of HK, given. We know that
Isn't HJ congruent to JK?
HJ is congruent to JK. Because of definition of perpendicular bisectors. And we know that GH is congruent to GK. No, we don't. We know that HJG is congruent to angle KJG. And they're both 90 degrees by definition of perpendicular bisector. And we know that M,
Wouldn't it be GJ and GJ for?
yes, and GM is congruent to GM. Oh, you're right, GJ. GJ is congruent to GJ by reflexive. So then we know that the triangles, not the ones we want, but triangles GHJ are congruent to triangle GKJ by side, angle, side. Sean, where are you talking about? Getting over yours. Okay. So then we know angle HGM is congruent to angle NGK by CPCTC. We have not proved the right triangles are congruent. Okay. Then we know G to M is congruent to G to M by reflexive. And we know, what else do we know GH is congruent to GK by CPCTC. Therefore, we now know that angle triangle GHM is congruent to triangle GKM by side, angle, side. So I had to prove one triangle is congruent to another triangle, then use CPCTC to prove that the triangles I want are congruent to each other.
What is number 8 say? What is the
CPCTC.
reason?
GH is congruent to GK. And the reason is CPCTC.